Alright, so it's your boy Emperor in the building. So we got some Zefra Nekroz versus Magicians. Now, I didn't expect to run into Magicians because, they're not in TCG yet, so this is like TCG Nekroz. And it's not really built towards a pendulum deck. But you know what? A test is a test. I mean, win or lose, you wanna still post stuff to the audience anyway. So that's all it is towards the end of the day. I'm not gonna post wins all fucking day. Like, no, I don't do that shit. I post lose matches up too, or win. So if you think it's a win, then you think it's a win. If you think I'm gonna lose, then you think I'm gonna lose. Simple as that. So I rather keep you guys in suspense. So so right here, he goes for the big turn one pendulum summon play. I felt like he could have done more damage. All he had to do was attack with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon because it does double the damage versus double the damage when it's against another monster. So so right here, I could have done this many of ways. I just felt like this was the best way to do it because right here I have a board. I don't have to worry about Eston. The only thing about this play that was risky was that I had to worry about what's that card's name? Rigeki. Yeah, Rigeki. I had to worry about that. So, so right here, I go for the Brianna play since he made an XYZ. He had information that I was gonna play that I'm playing Necros, and you decided to make it XYZ. You should have just kept the board the way how it is, but because you made it XYZ, you got punished by Trisha. So I trust him. I trust him clear the board. I searched for a Cataster. I could have went for I could have went for more raw damage, but I think this is the best way to do it because it's four monsters on the field. If he top decks, there's no rank four that can get you out of this situation unless it's like Diamond Crab King. But even then, like Diamond Crab King can only sit there in defense mode anyway. So so right here, like I feel like I could have done better on that turn one, on that not on turn one, but on that turn two. And plus, I misclicked to go first. I want to go second when you're playing Necros. You don't want to go fucking first. No, no. So he scoops right here. So let's go to game two. Okay, so game two, I didn't really side much. I mean, the only thing I sided was like fairy winds because it deals with pendulums and deals with floodgates because Necros I don't like dealing with floodgates anyway. So he goes for the scroll back Joker, which is like a really broken card when the set drops. That's gonna proc. Well, it's okay. It'll be okay when it comes to TCG, but when Wizard comes out, that's when everything goes to hell. It goes to hell. It doesn't go. It like Skullback Joker searches for that one card. It's a wrap. And even though if it does come out next set or not, it's still gonna be a powerful card. Oh, I just search for Monkey Board, give me a free pendulum skill, and I just get the pendulum summon everything. So it's just like every single I guess summon based format, you have a tier zero format. So let's look at fusion format. You had Gladiator Beast that was considered like tier zero to a point. Synchro, you had well, you had Fraud FTK and you had X Sabers. They were really strong too. And Executors too. They were no. That was the beginning of XYZ format. Tier zero and XYZ format. That was just Dragon Rules and fucking Spellbooks. That was just absolutely ridiculous. And now for Pendulum format, Performer Pop, Performer Pause, and Performer Mage. That's tier zero. You have Cyber Dragon Infinity. You have Chatrix, the Chatrix guy, and just right there, those two cards alone sets up for turn one plays, which is kind of hard because turn one plays has been getting punished for the last 3 years now. Like they made Aceton. Oh yeah, you can't make a turn one play and set five back row. Hell no. Aceton, Castell, no more turn one Drago sack. It's not safe anymore. And even one on one. even 1-on-1 changed up the turn one plays in the game as well. Like, oh, I remember so many times when I was taking out 1-on-1 when my opponent was being smart and going to main phase two. Pretty smart, and I couldn't do anything about that. Like, Imperial Wall is so strong card. And then right here, it's obvious that you see that this hand was really wasn't subpar to his hand. All his hand needed was just turns. My hand, I was just screwed from the beginning. That's probably probably the risk of playing Warrior Return alive, because if you draw it and there's no warrior in the grave, you don't have anything set up yet, you're in a really bad situation. And especially when you're playing like multiple types of monsters in deck, like Nekroz, they have Spellcaster, Dragon, Warriors, well, Warriors, you know, fits for Warrior Return alive. So I go for the bluff play, bluff on my opponent to buy myself a turn. I kind of felt like I should have waited, but then I didn't want him to search. I don't want him to search. I don't. What was the two face on? I didn't want him to search at all. So I put a monster on board. Like, you know what, this game is it's kind of going downhill anyway. But you know what? Let's see if I can make something out of it, and hopefully I'll turn something around. Nope. As you see him have the top deck. Can't do much about that. Which makes pendulums really frustrating to deal with when you're playing a non-pendulum based deck, because all it takes is just one top deck of the right skill and everything goes to hell. Like, I remember so many times when I was playing Fire Fist and I would be beating the shit out of Magic Spectre's ass, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh, top deck one skill, everything comes back. The game was turned completely. Like, I don't know what's worse, getting hit by that or getting hit by a Sun Call a Haunted with a Satellite Knight player and hope. Yeah, Call a Haunted with Satellite Knights. That is a really unfair comeback. They do that all the time. Well, actually, not. Infernities. Well, no, not really, because Archfiend can get punished. They can get punished. If we're talking about like before all these cards first came out, then yeah, Archfiend was really unfair, or Monster Reborn. But still, when it comes to comebacks, or not comebacks, well, yeah, comebacks and top decking, pendulums, they're really frustrating to deal with. They're really frustrating. So as you can see, I couldn't pull a win out because my hand was really bad, and I just scooped it up right there.